Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Xenopurge. It's a tactical auto battler where you're commanding a squad of soldiers fighting invading Xenos or clearing them out of a facility. I'm not entirely sure if they're attacking where I'm already at or if I'm going into a facility. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, it is a very 90s looking game with the user interface and everything, because unlike most games where you're kind of on the ground or involved in the game in some way, you're actually just controlling things through computer monitors instead. So from the commander seat instead, and I think that's extremely cool. But before we dive in, I do want to say that the Xenopurge demo is available right now, so if you want to play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. And I should also say a very quick thank you to Traptix and Fire Squid for reaching out and sponsoring this video. So with that, let's just dive right in. So, Mace provides clones for deployment, so recruitment is never a concern. Currently only one squad's available, but as you earn prestige, you will unlock additional squads and other perks. The Sentinel Strike Team is a tried and true combination of firepower and brute force, designed to adapt to a variety of battlefield scenarios. The squad consists of one soldier providing steady ranged support while another charges into the fray, drawing attention and tanking damage. A perfect starting point for any new commander looking to balance strategy with raw power. So we've got possibly strike and charge and stand and fight. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Oh, that voice acting, it is very 90s. Maybe, I don't know. It's the kind of voice acting I remember from Command & Conquer. So, yeah.
This is each unit's logic. It is comprised of a movement, a ranged combat, and a close combat action. The movement action is used when there are no enemies in its line of sight. The ranged combat action is used when there is an enemy in its line of sight at a distance. The close combat action is used when an enemy is on the same tile as the unit. Press any key to continue. While the ranged and close combat actions are preset to each soldier, the movement action is entirely configurable by you through the retask commands. Recon is often shown as the default movement action. Keep in mind that ranged and close combat actions can be upgraded during a run, changing a unit's behavior during combat. Return to the previous directory.
Okay, so charge, move towards the closest visible enemy, we'll shoot at the closest enemy with a line of sight. Okay, so we want to go backspace, go back.
Start new run.
I want to inspect commands. So retask commands, inject health stim, extract, and collect. Oh, backspace, start new run. So this is one of those that I control entirely through.
Map, highlighting all points of interest.
Okay, oops. Highlighting all points of interest in the sector. Due to time constraints, you must prioritize your targets. Choose the locations to visit wisely. Missions are interchanged with locations where you can improve your squad. Let's see. Okay, so we can check the footer along the way. Let's see. Move cursor. Okay. But I can only go up and down. So we have... What is... I think this is a stat upgrade next. We can get guns and melee weapons afterwards. Let's see, otherwise if I go top, there's commands, there's... Where do I get more units? Okay, it seems like units come at very regular intervals. It also looks like there's a pair of elite units. So I might want to go bottom right to the split, then start going up, because I think there's some harder battles that we might as well tackle. See if I can complete them, because they usually have better rewards. I'll probably go melee weapon, then ranged weapon.
Here you can see the mission's objective and the reward. Select initiate deployment.
Okay, so we're definitely invading. Locate the extraction point and extract deployed units.
During the deployment phase, you can deploy your units. You can place them together to prioritize safety.
Okay.
I
think I'm just gonna put...
autonomously based on its logic. Direct micromanagement is not possible. However, you can issue commands to affect the unit's behaviors, so understanding your commands and your unit's logic is essential for success. By issuing retask commands, you can change a unit's movement logic. Units start with recon.
Okay, so she already said that. But it's the only thing I have. Okay. So next wave in 40 seconds. So I can also do inject a health stim at some point.
Xeno approaching.
Your unit is currently engaged in melee with a Xeno. It will use its close...
Yep. Use its close combat action. Bear in mind, there's not much you can do once the Xeno reaches your units in close range. Units engaged in close combat cannot move until combat is over. Thanks to expert training, friendly units can offer combat support to allies engaged in close combat.
You located the hive. Hives cannot damage your units, but are quite tanky. If you want to bring more units to help, you can use the focus command. Press any key to continue.
I need help now.
Okay.
Another one bites the dust.
How do I go
Objective
back?
located.
Oh, focus.
Understood. Action advancing.
Okay. Yeah, we can also do collect.
Clear. Done. Ready for extraction.
Okay. Retask recon all. I guess I should probably press numbers for these. We do want to look around a little.
Bogey spotted.
Now, unfortunately, it's my melee guy
Hostile is history.
that is...
You located a Xenos access point. Xenos will enter through it at regular intervals. Thanks to our advanced...
Okay, so we can tell where their ETA is going to be. It should be fine. Okay, we want to grab the thing at the very least. Worms. Grab that stash. Thought they would have done that automatically. Okay, so we just want to collect the thing, whatever it is. I was kind of hoping I could tell them to, like, hang out in the same general area, but that's okay. Alright, so what do you have in
You
here?
located the extraction point. Since you have completed your main objective,
Okay, so we can just leave. Extraction's override command. Overrides their main logic. Let's see. Means they will ignore enemies, which may be desirable. If you prefer standard engagement rules, then use focus. Okay, so if I want to do retask commands, focus,
Something's here.
all.
Understood, sir. Okay.
I guess they'll head for it. Oh,
Right away, Commander. Moving out, sir.
have them both extract. There might be more Xenos coming for me. Oh, but they're looking for me. They don't know where I am. Oh, that works out.
Congratulations, Commander. At the end of each successful engagement, credits are awarded based on the mission type and the caches collected. If any units perish, cloning costs will be deducted from your rewards. As long as the objectives are complete, Mace deems all casualties acceptable. However, if your squad fails the mission and is entirely lost, they will not qualify for cloning, and you must start with a new squad. Select Proceed. Now you can visit the next location. Advise the footer containing valuable information for each type of location. Select your preferred destination.
So we can improve our accuracy.
Now you can spend your earned credits to improve your squad. Once again, if you are unsure of your commands and your unit's logic, take your time here to inspect them and understand them. Review.
Okay. Review them thoroughly, maximize your operational efficiency. Okay, so train unit accuracy. So Morse, I think, is our melee guy. Let's see. I don't know if charge really is affected by accuracy. I think I'm going to go for hard accuracy here, just because. Okay, and index? No. Oh, I see. Do we just go back? Tap back to navigation. Alright, next one. So, usual deal.
Units makes them safer. It also means that they take longer to explore the area and locate the objective.
Okay. So, yeah, we can try and split them up this time. They definitely didn't stick together last time anyway. Though, in this case, it was a kind of wash because turns out putting Hicks up there was not worth it.
Bogey enemy sighted. They're on me! Another one bites
Yeah, I think going for that accuracy was probably a good idea.
Visual confirmation on hostiles.
Okay, so we got the hive. VTAS command. Focus. Hicks.
You got it. Action confirmed.
Take that out. If we can.
Xeno sighted.
There we go.
Over. For now.
Alright. So it doesn't seem like Morse is doing too bad. My main question with the inject health stim... Oh.
Will do, sir. Objective located.
Okay, let's keep to the recon for a second. Retest command. Hold ground Hicks.
Copy that.
Oops.
Proceeding. Orders received. Loud and clear. Understood, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna
Target acquired.
head back. Okay, good. They are gonna fight.
Identified. Ah! I'm in trouble here. It's fucking
Okay.
on me. Another one bites the dust.
And unfortunately, Hicks, not a very durable lad.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be a lot faster about switching some of these commands. But that's okay.
If you are having a hard time issuing commands in time, may suggest the following actions. Make use of hotkeys.
Yeah. It's like it heard me. Okay, let's go for a better melee weapon for now. Because I'm gonna get another gun. Oh. Gunblade. While performing a close combat action, owner receives extra damage for every 25 they have. Or Power Claw. Friendly unit shooting at enemies engaged. Dang, Power Claw would have actually been better. Okay, I think I'm still going to give Morse that. And we'll just try and boost their accuracy later. Actually would have been really good on Hicks. But I'm going to be giving Hicks a gun. I don't know. Gather intel.
While soldiers perform certain actions like group or extract, they receive a speed buff. The buff is shown in the description of the relevant command. Press any key to...
Okay, I was wondering about that. Let's see. Morse and Hicks. I think for now...
Got hostiles on the move.
Okay, got him without taking damage.
Objective located. Task acknowledged.
Oop.
Message received. We've got something. Orders? Point of interest located. On it.
A lot of stuff to grab. Okay. Unfortunately, Wave's about to spawn in. Right on top of him.
I can't fucking hold them all.
Might have to give him the health stim.
I'm hit. One down. Don't drop your guard.
Okay, collect X intel.
Confirmed.
Collect
Getting out orders.
X
Found something. Could be important.
dash.
Copy and
Collect
clear.
Morse intel.
I'm on it, sir.
Oh, I see.
Task complete.
Group X
Objective
with
in
Morse.
sight. You got it. Target spotted.
Okay. Man, group
Got
Morse to Hicks.
it. Understood. Advancing. Don't drop
Okay.
your guard.
Retest commands. Recon Morse.
Command accepted.
Okay. I should probably have them group up a little bit more. And we've got one more wave. I'm just going to check. Extract all units. Extract all.
Action confirmed.
Yeah, I wonder if the health stims recharge. I'm assuming they probably do, so I can be maybe a little bit more liberal with them. I think. This is actually kind of tense in a good way. Yeah, I should have given the gunblade to Hicks. I wasn't thinking about that fully. Hold space. Why? Huh. That's interesting. Can zoom out all the way. Okay, hire soldiers. And spend credits to modify a unit's logic. Let's see what I can hire. So, I can hire a new unit. I can modify logic. Upgrade range to run and gun or suppress. That's an option. What about new units? So we could get Graham. Duration of each action. So Graham's a little faster. They've got charge. So Graham's more of a gunner, has a decent chunk of health. Oof. It's not bad, but their accuracy is kind of terrible. The main thing is they've got the highest speed and health by a mile. Okay, no options. Modify logic. Upgrade. So I could actually remove fallback for hit and run. That I don't mind. Remain stationary. Shoot at the closest enemy's line of sight, reducing their speed. I think I want to do hit and run. I don't have enough money for more. Okay, but now I got 3 lads, which is good because I'm going to need it. We're going into a harder fight. Okay, locate the package, collect it, and extract. If the carrier dies, the package will get destroyed. Package replaces the carrier's close combat weapon. Oof. Okay, so I'm going to do... Might be trickier. Morse, and then Hicks and Graham in the same. And I'm going to retask group to Graham to stick with Hicks. Finish deployment. Okay, so what that means is that Morse is going to be on his own, but he's got the most amount of health and better damage than anybody else.
Threat eliminated.
And so this way, Graham and Hicks will work together as a squad.
Found that.
Let's grab the intel. Collect Morse intel.
Yes, Commander.
And we still have to purge the hive. Okay. Alright, so that's where the hive is going to be, but that should be fine.
Fuck. Threat eliminated. They're
Oh,
here.
maybe.
I'm under attack.
How's he
Another
doing?
one bites the dust.
Yeah, I might end up using the health stim. Okay, conveniently it looks like all the places I need to be are in the bottom right. So in that case, retask commands, group, Hicks to Morse.
Consider it done.
We're just gonna have them follow him around.
Target acquired. They're here.
Okay, inject health stim on Morse.
Right away, sir.
And yeah, let's see if those recharge. Yeah, at this point we go for full group. Especially because we're almost done. All we have to do is just gather the last intel and purge the hive. Collect Morse intel.
Understood, sir.
The other two will just shoot the hive.
That's a wrap. Kill confirmed.
Extract all.
Proceeding as ordered. Executing now. Target spotted. Will do, sir.
Okay. I think we're just gonna have to kill.
Another one bites the dust.
Okay, who's gonna take damage? Nobody.
Tango is toast.
Extract 4.
Right away, sir.
There we go. And we're good. I was expecting that to be a little bit more of a doozy. And it was, but it wasn't that bad. I think having the two guys as a group isn't a bad move. Okay. Grab another weapon this time. So, sap rifle, damage 13 long. Or we have a shotgun. I think, considering everything, I'm going to go for the shotgun. And I'm going to put it on Hicks. The sap rifle would be nice. Wish I had the money for it, but alas. We are about to go buy another gun, though. Okay, Xeno Hive package. Oh, the package replaces the close combat weapon. So, if I'm going to have a carrier, it should always be D3. Okay, so Morse, you go in R1, Hicks, R2, Ram, R2. Retest commands group to Ram to Hicks. Actually, Hicks to Graham. Recon to Graham. Graham's already on recon. You can see it. So the reason for that is mostly if Graham's going to be the guy grabbing the package, because they've got hit and run as like a baseline tactic for the ranged attacks. It means that they're never going to be using a melee weapon, so who cares if I put the package there? Okay.
Alien spotted. I need help.
Collect Graham intel.
Will do, sir. It's on me. Get it up.
Collect
Target
Morse
neutralized.
stash.
Consider it done.
Okay. We might want to
Target spotted.
retask Morse shortly.
Holy shit. Contact confirmed.
Morse to Graham.
Moving
think.
out, sir.
Yeah. At this point, we want to have Morse group up.
Alien spotted.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Give
sir.
Morse the health stem. And yeah, let's just have it be the full party at this point. Things are going to just get a little bit dicier, and we've already explored, like, the majority of this place.
Objective in sight.
Orders received loud and clear.
And I figure these facilities aren't so large that we need to keep the whole group split up. Maybe. I don't know. We've already purged the hive.
Still no movement.
I know we've got some more coming through.
Okay, spotted.
Target neutralized.
Yeah, see, much faster.
Objective in
Nope.
sight.
Yeah, we could extract, but we don't want to. We've only got 2 rooms left anyway.
Xeno sighted. Kill confirmed. Xeno sighted.
Retest command. group.
Enemy
Hicks to Morse.
down.
We're gonna have...
Clear.
So the problem was, Hicks is hanging out with Graham, who runs away, which isn't efficient.
Something
Graham
here.
stash.
Right away, sir.
Might be useful.
We've only got one room left. We know where the extract is. And yeah, things haven't gotten so bad yet. I am seeing some aliens running around in the background. I definitely like the idea of potentially
Everything seems in order.
boosting... Where's the last intel?
Jackpot.
Gotta be in here. Boosting speed might actually be extremely good.
Something is here. Might be useful.
Okay, collect Graham intel.
Message received. Task complete.
Okay.
Carrying
So now
out
we have to
orders.
get out of here. There's probably an amount of bad boys hanging out in this hallway. The music got spooky. That's for certain. Yeah, the problem is the waves keep coming, but I'm not seeing any of the aliens,
I have a bad feeling about this one.
which is real spooky here.
I need backup. Look for hostile confirmed. Please, somebody, do something.
It's fast.
Oh God, no.
I can't tell them to extract.
It's backup. Сейчас. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah. One down.
Okay, Hicks, get out of here. Yeah, see, that was the problem. So this is gonna cost me a lot. Because they were all just hanging out at the exit. They knew. Ouch. Well. At least we get another gun. Rat rifle. Medium or close? I'm going to do the rat rifle on Graham. And I could do this shotgun on Morse. What'd that even do though? They don't shoot. I'd have to change their logic, so I don't think that's worth it. What's the next one? Okay, so if I go down, we get gear. Or no, I get to upgrade my accuracy. If I go up, we get gear. I'm going to go for gear. I have no idea what that's going to get me. Okay, so we want to do, once again, Graham and Hicks in R2. Morse in R1. Retest commands. Group Hicks to Graham. And that should be it. We just want them to run around as kind of a squad.
No contact. Keep moving.
Actually, retask Graham
Hostiles on the move.
Objective located.
Enemy
to
down.
Hicks.
Принято.
Recon
Something.
to Hicks.
Orders.
Got it.
There we go. Collect. Grab those.
Understood. Executing now.
I'll just check the other room.
Found it.
Hicks. Grab that intel. Grab the rest of the intel. Alright, there we go. I should have grabbed it while I was there. I really wish there was a way that I could actually, oh, maybe this is an improved command that we can get later on.
We've got company. All clear.
Because, yeah, if I could tell them to specifically, hey, if you see an intel, just grab it. But alas. Yeah, I mean, this will, I think, inevitably keep them kind of close together anyway.
Enemy sighted.
And yeah, I think that rat rifle was very much the right call.
Visual on target. Got it. Threat eliminated.
I don't know how to feel about the shotgun. I think I like the rat rifle
Threat
better.
eliminated.
What's What's in the room on the right? Unfortunately, I have no way of telling them. But that's okay. This is actually making me sweat a little. Nah, he's doing fine.
Hostile is history. Xeno sighted.
Yeah, just health stim on Morse if I need it. If he takes another hit.
It's dead.
Not much else to grab. We're just looking for the exit, I suppose. And there might be a package. You never know.
Enemy contact. Something is here. Might be useful. It's got its claw. Copy the visual
Okay.
on target. Hostile detected.
Retask.
Found something.
Group on...
Kill confirmed.
all on Morse.
Proceeding as ordered.
Morse, collect the package.
Yes, Commander.
It's on me. I can't fucking hold them all. It's fucking on
Okay.
me. It's so wide awake, Commander.
That's bad.
They're here.
We've set it up.
Focus all of them.
Acknowledged. On my way.
It's back up. It's clear.
There we go. They're all together. We don't have any more stims, unfortunately. But I think we've cleared most of them out, and I don't think they're waiting for me like they did previously. I wonder what happens if you have no money and one of your guys goes down. No, I guess no matter what, you'd get money from the reward. And the reward is always at least equal to the price. Extract all of them.
I'm on it, sir.
I was just waiting for them. Unfortunately, Focus does not actually have them extract. Well, proceed. Alright, let's take a look. So, I'm seeing... what the heck is the lock symbol? I don't know. It looks like it's a mission. So we're going to go down and see what gear gets me. Purchase equipment. So you can buy armor. So, 30 defense, reduce accuracy. Morse, yeah. And Ghost Operative Frame. Probably Hicks. Would love to get the Bulwark armor, but I don't think it's actually very good on any of mine. So going for gear was a very good call. Probably. Okay, look at the package. So, Morse in R2. Hicks and Graham there. Retask, group. Graham to Hicks. Finish. Alright, let's see how this goes. The bigger one. I'm gonna have to try this again. Well, we found the exit, so that's a good sign.
Alien spotted.
Clear.
On the plus side, Morse's... oh, so armor is temp health. It doesn't reduce your damage, it just
One
makes it
down.
so you're tankier.
Don't drop your guard.
Found that.
Objective
Okay,
in sight.
collect, X, stash. There's the package, but we don't want to grab it yet.
Objective located.
Threat identified. I need backup now.
Okay,
Kill confirmed.
let's see. Collect, Graham, package.
Got this.
Retask, group, X to
contact.
Graham.
Confirmed. Carrying out orders.
No!
Visual confirmation on hostile.
Another one bites the dust. I'm exposed.
Are they just going to ignore him? They are just going to ignore him.
Done.
Oh, because I gave him the collection command, so he's going to ignore. Wait, collect Morse stash.
Acknowledged.
Retask
On my
group.
way.
All to Morse.
Command accepted.
Oh, because he went into combat immediately. That's why he forgot.
Fuck. Contact.
Finally, it's dead. Down. Watch for more.
Okay. So this is going to group them up, but we've already found the package, so it's just a matter of continuing on. Do I go for anything else? I don't know. I might as well go for the collectibles. And we know where the exit is, so like if things get too hairy, we just leave.
No contact. Keep moving.
And one door is ominously just open. Luckily, all the nests are on the left side, unless there's more nests on the right. I mean, could be. We will see.
Visual on target.
Okay.
Yeah.
Xeno sighted. Xeno approaching.
Enemy down.
Well,
That's what you...
yeah, the one problem is they are very distractible. Okay, retask. I don't want to do recon. Recon to Hicks.
Proceeding as ordered. Oh, contact. Jackpot.
Group
Enemy inbound.
Graham to Hicks.
I need help.
Well, you fool.
Threat eliminated.
Anybody too wounded?
I'm a trouble here.
Yeah, Graham's taking some hits. So there's another nest over here. Morse, grab the log. I don't know what the logs are used for. Okay, retask commands for focus all. What? No. Focus 4.
Copy and clear.
Must have pressed the wrong button or something? I must have. That's the one reason why I'm like a little leery on...
I did it. Acknowledged. On my way. I need backup now.
Okay, extract. There we go. Let's get out of there before anything else spots me and goes after me. Because yeah, Morse is starting to take some damage, and that's not great. Okay, we get to money. So new log entries. Okay, so log entries are lore or something else. Yeah, because we got the main menu. Ugh. Huh. I have a very industrial office. Okay. So I can modify, hire somebody new. So we have stand and fight. We have charge, stand and fight. So Coleman, I think, is my best. More accurate, more damage. Yeah, they're just better. Upgrade range combat logic. Okay, so charge to running gun. It's not a bad idea. Then fight, stand and fight. To suppress. I think I'm going to do running gun for now. Because, yeah, I don't have enough money for more. Mostly just because Chargy Boy kept running across, like, running far. And that wasn't great. Well, this is silly. Okay, so we have 2 stand-and fights. So we're going to group Morse to Hicks. No. Hicks to Morse. Group Graham to Coleman. There. So now we've got 2 recon groups. Okay. Collect Graham package.
What is that?
Oh, and they just go immediately back to their original thing. Collect more intel.
Command accepted.
Yeah, so the only problem with this potentially...
I need backup now!
is that Coleman's not very durable.
Hostiles on the move. Not a nightmare. I need assistance.
There we go. And some of the logic here is a little goofy, considering, you know, Coleman and Graham were both...
Ah, case found.
Coleman and Graham were right next to that intel, but decided to go elsewhere because it was already allotted.
They're on me! It's done.
Okay.
It's on me.
Unfortunately, I'm
First kill.
kind of expecting Coleman's maybe not going to survive this one.
On target.
We might also want to just have everybody go in a group. View task commands, group, all... Nope.
Fight to the death.
All to Morse.
Proceeding as ordered.
Collect Morse stash.
Will do, sir.
Yeah, I think we're just going to run this as a group. Too many of these things are just a little too punchy. And Coleman 100% is going to get killed otherwise.
Target spotted.
Hostile is history.
Whereas I think the biggest thing that's going to give me a boost is mostly just overpowering firepower.
Confirmed.
Well, there's the hive.
All clear.
And then all we have left is the top right.
Give us the word.
Yeah, my main fear is if Graham dies. Because that... the packages then drops.
They're here.
Weapons up. Shit. I see one. One down. Don't drop your guard.
Tango is toast.
Okay. That's a lot of enemies. Nothing in there.
Found it. Confirmed.
That's a log, not the intel.
Carrying out orders.
A little rough.
Xeno approaching.
Tango is
Okay. Only like 2, maybe 3 rooms left. I can probably heal Coleman. It doesn't seem like Graham's getting hit much. Because he's got the runaway commands.
Uh-oh. We got trouble.
It makes him...
Objective located.
eh,
Task
grab the
acknowledged.
intel. And then I think we just get out of here, right? I mean, there's 2 rooms left. But this is looking real hairy. I'm seeing a lot of doors.
Right away, sir.
Copy that. Alien spotted. I'm a critical here.
Confirmed kill. Watch for more. Will do, sir.
Okay. The problem here
Visual on target.
is that Graham went in front. Yeah, I think we just had another wave. Manageable.
Stand down. Don't drop your gun.
Carrying
Oop.
out orders. God damn it, these things are relentless. They're all over me. Orders confirmed.
Okay.
It's right behind me.
Got it.
Target neutral. Wide awake.
Yeah, they're just hanging out the exit. I would have liked to check out those 2 remaining rooms, but it's not working. Oh, I can actually use mouse commands here. Ooh. Exceptional performance. Got it. And that was it. Oh. Alright. Do I have another squad that I can play around with? The answer is no, unavailable in the demo. Well, that was a lot of fun. I could start another run. I definitely could do that better. I think one, giving the gunblade to, well, I don't know. Giving the gunblade to Morse was not exactly the best idea, just because his accuracy to begin with was pretty bad. Giving it to Hicks would have made more sense, because he would have been able to get a bonus 3 right off the bat. But also Hicks wasn't in melee combat that often, so I don't know. Either way, I think this is really neat. I think the only thing I really wish this game had was like a little bit more more gear and equipment that you could apply to the characters. I like the variety of weapons and how they change things. I like changing the orders, you know, from running gun, from charge to running gun, so you're at least shooting at them as you're approaching them, or from stand and fight to suppress, so it actually slows down enemies. Like, a lot of those are extremely cool and fun to play around with. I think I mostly just wish that they had some, like, fun gear. Like, if you could just give one of the guys a passive talent or perk or ability or something that gave them, like, just a little bit of echolocation or, like, a motion radar that slowly sweeps around, and they're a little bit better at, like, being aware that there's an enemy around the corner, and so they can react a little bit more appropriately. I think it's one of those where it's mostly just the progression system for the characters is just a little flat. It's, you know, it's the armor and it's the weapons. And for games where you're doing like sci-fi soldiers infiltrating a facility, I want silly things. You know, I want some like cool tech, like a spider drone that one of the guys drops and it runs into a room, and hey, there's actually a bunch of enemies waiting for you in there. And it you know, runs in and blows up and takes some of them out, or at least injures them. Little bits like that, I think, would go a long way. I think even within like the gear and equipment system, I kind of wish, rather than just giving you raw stats, some of them did some more interesting things, like, hey, here's this armor makes you heal very slowly, but kind of useful if you got a big tanky dude who gets into a lot of melee scraps, or like a riot shield that just, you know, has a flat damage reduction. Little bits like that I think would be special. As it stands, it's an extremely cool squad-based infiltration management sim. Auto-battler? It's kind of auto-battler-y. It almost feels more like football tactics than an auto-battler, which is an interesting spin, and I don't see that very often. But, I don't know. I think it's neat. I just want to see more weird and cool abilities to throw into. For me, it's like synergies and busted builds are why I come out for roguelikes, and it feels like this is one of those where you could do some really fun things. I just also recognize that it would be a lot of extra effort, so yeah, maybe not going to be available in the full game. A guy can hope. Okay, I'm just going to cut in for a quick second to say a lot of these ideas that I just suggested are actually being worked on. Maybe not all of them, but apparently there is going to be a squad where you're playing as a single soldier with a bunch of drones helping out, which sounds very similar to kind of what I'm asking for here. And so I'm super excited to see where they take this then. But I guess before I go, I do want to say a very quick thank you to Traptix and Fire Squid for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you. It was a ton of fun. And yeah, when I said this game was like super 90s feeling, it still does. You know, the hard UI usage and the more like, I'm going to say the clunky controls, having to fiddle through the like give character commands menu was very old school in a good way. And in a frustrating way, but I think that's kind of the point of it all. And I found that charming. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like when it's actually done. Because, yeah, more loot and equipment, more squads, progression systems, who knows? Well, for now at least, I guess I should also mention one last time that Xenopurge is also available in demo form for the Steam Next Fest. Or at least, I'm assuming it's part of the Steam Next Fest. It's going on right now, and all of the demos I'm covering. The demo's available. Go play it. It's really cool. And if you do play it and like it, or if you just like this video, please add the game to your wish list, as it helps the developers immensely, both at standing out in the next fest, and then also ranking leading up to release, which is pretty soon. But with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.